Hello, America. My name is Mel. I would like to talk to you real briefly about what is going on in our great country. We have all listened anxiously for these last few months on what our federal government, what our politicians, what our lawmakers of this great country have been trying to do. Balance a budget. Well, first you got to know how to budget a checkbook. And we've seen our cities, our counties, our states, all of these leaders that we elect cry about not having money. But they don't show us what they already spent our money on. They spend it recklessly. They spend it for whatever their liberal leaders, the liberal groups want. That's what they spend our money on. We don't have a choice. We don't get to vote on whether we go to Libya and spend $13 billion. We don't get to vote on whether every state has the right to start charging us for driving on roads across this great nation that we've already paid for. All we hear is they want more money. That's all we hear out of politicians. The only real time we get to vote, America, is when it comes election time. Well, I have a suggestion that I hope all the great leaders, like Sarah Palin that wants to be a leader, like Michelle Bachmann that wants to be a leader, like Rick Perry that wants to be a leader. Well, America people, we have had enough. This is what I suggest, and I want America to listen to this suggestion. Now, our government works for us, America. We do not work for them. We're the one that pays their paychecks. We're the one that go out every year that it comes around and elect them to have a job for another 4 years or so. Well, America, it's time that I think we take back control of the voting of the American people across this country. And what I'm suggesting is that we put voting machines in every 7-Eleven, every Walmart, every Kmart, every library, every Chamber of Commerce office, all over this nation, in every rural area. I don't care if the population is 500. And with these voting machines, any law that is going to be passed in our county, our city, our state, or our federal government, we the people will be given that right. As long as you are a U.S. citizen and you have a valid ID and you have a valid driver's license, you may be able to walk into a store and buy a Coke or get your gas or a loaf of bread and walk over to a voting machine and insert $1. Put your driver's license or your valid ID into that machine, and you can cast your vote on every law that is being set forth, every bill, and every way that these elected officials across this nation spend our money. If they want to pass a bill and they want to pass a law and it affects the American people, then I suggest that we, the people of this great country, stand up now and demand voting machines. And we can go to any store and vote. We don't have to gather up at some convention center or somewhere they want us. It's what we want. It's our money. We have the education, the knowledge, the future electronics. We can put these on the internet, voting machines. We can put them everywhere. And with that $1, you politicians, we can generate you some more revenue. We can generate it for our cities, for our counties, for our states, and for our education as well. But the most important thing, America, is we will have and gain that power back of what the American people want. And what we want, we never get, because our politicians of this great country do not listen to us, do not care what our opinions are. If they did, these machines would done be in effect, and the American people would be making these decisions and helping our local and our state and our federal politicians across this country. We can help you make these decisions that are so hard that y'all have to stand up there and call names and blame it on one another. And half of you politicians have been in there for 30, 40 years. And you're the ones that have got us in this mess. And y'all keep blaming it on President Obama. Sure, President Obama has made his faults. He has not corrected unemployment. He has not listened to the American people. Just like y'all are not listening to the American people. Now, America, if we want to make a big change, and make this change so when our grandkids get older, they will have that same right to walk in that store, buy some gas, walk over to a voting machine, and vote how they really feel on an issue that concerns our well-being or our education or how our money is spent. Just like we vote every 4 years for a president or run downtown to vote for some city official. Let's bring this voting. Let's bring it back to the American people. Let's bring this America to what we want, so we will have a say-so. Right now, we have no say-so, and all these lawmakers, these senators, these congressmen that mandate these laws, they do it without any guidance or any opinion from the American people. Now, America, let's put a stop to this. Let's mandate that we have the right to vote on everything that concerns our country, our well-being, our financial needs, our health care. Let's bring these votes to the American people. Let's not leave it up to our legislatures or government officials, because we have done seen what they have done to this country. So Americans, think hard, think wise, and let's bring this to a new future, a new way of speaking our voice, and our voices being heard without having to go to the streets or march up to Washington or call our local congressman or our local senator. And we know we never hear a damn thing from them. We'll only hear from them officials when they want us to vote. Now, America, this is a suggestion. This may be a way to get our voice back and the people heard. They put all this stuff on us. We have ATM machines everywhere across this nation. I think we can do voting machines as well. Now, America, here's a suggestion. Let's bring the power back to the people. And all you Tea Party people, I hope you hear this. Because if you want a way to have power and the people's voices heard, this is it. Give every American that right. And I do say Americans. Let's give them that right to be able to be heard from wherever they're at in this great country. Thank you, and have a good night.